Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is in the news again for opening his mouth and having something crazy come out.
We cannot incarcerate our way out of violence. We've already tried that, and we've ended up with the largest prison population in the world without solving the problems of crime and violence. The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, we have moved past that. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy, and it is not the way to drive violence down.
Let's take a quick moment to break that down a little further.
The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, it is racist, it is immoral.
So jails and incarceration are racist and immoral? That leads to a natural question of, what do you do with criminals? Murderers? Rapists? Sex traffickers? What should be done with them to avoid racism and immorality? Now hold on, I have a follow-up question for the mayor.
Our local law enforcement cooperates with federal agents on a host of things, one of which is getting illegal guns off the streets of Chicago. Just a couple of weeks ago, we seized over 150 guns that were trafficked in from Mississippi and Indiana.
So assuming we want to avoid the racist and immoral answer, what would one do with the perpetrators of this gun trafficking? Are they simply let free because we are to blame the gun for what the person did with it? Do we let anyone who's black free to avoid the inevitable racism this mayor describes? Suffice to say, none of this is making any sense. Even Trump-deranged Morning Joe and Mika recognized how crazy this seemed and gave the mayor a chance to put the train back on the track.
Do you believe that the streets of Chicago would be safer if there were more uniformed police officers on the streets of Chicago?
Okay, Brandon, that is a yes or no question. Good luck.
I believe the city of Chicago and cities across America would be safer if we actually had, affordable housing. Look,
okay,
I'm not saying that
that's
we
not
don't.
the question I asked. My question is, and I just need a yes or a no, do you believe the streets of Chicago would be safer if you got all of those other extraordinary programs put back into place, if that's complemented by having 5,000 more cops on the streets of Chicago?
Okay, Brandon, try again. See if you can do it this time.
I don't believe that we should narrow it down to just police officers, Joe, is what I'm saying. That is an antiquated approach. I'm saying we've invested in detectives.
Mr. Mayor, are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm agreeing with you that all of these other social programs are extraordinarily important. I just need a yes or a no. Would an additional 5,000 cops on the streets in Chicago help complement those programs to make Chicago safer?
For sake, Brandon, yes or no?
Look, we are working hard to make sure that our police department is fully supported.